My name is Griff Green. We're doing a super demo here on the Giveth DApp, and I work in Giveth and the White Hat Group, and we're just trying to make the world a better place.
Great. And how are you going to make the world a better place?
Well, with blockchain tech, that's kind of the Giveth motto. We're just a community that's trying to do blockchain for good projects. So support anybody that's making, advancing blockchain technology in the right way. A lot of projects don't need our help because they can do an ICO and it fits their model. But there's also a lot of projects that don't have like a clear incentive structure for the developers to get paid, and so we try to help them out the best we can. Not so much with money because we're a nonprofit ourselves, so we can only just funnel donations to them if they deserve them, if the rest of the community thinks that they're good. But we also support them with like a nice community, kind of give them a place to find other people who want to collaborate with them, and we do give them some money. We have like this thing called a reward DAO, where if they advance and make progress, they win points, and those points turn into Ether, but we don't really know how much. Depends on how much work gets done that month.
Very cool incentive structure. So how did everything get started?
With Giveth?
Yeah.
Well, Giveth is kind of the product of the DAO, actually. It's like the phoenix that rose out of the ashes of the DAO. The White Hat Group saw that there was an issue with we rescued a lot of funds, and we were really big supporters of the DAO, but then when it all went south, we felt that we were worried that decentralized autonomous organizations weren't going to have much space in this space anymore because they got a bad name. So we wanted to create a safe place for them to do the experimentation that's needed. And here we are. The charity space is a perfect place to start experimenting with, because you can build decentralized governance structures without having to have investors and other people that have really hard demands. And also a lot of the SEC is not going to prosecute a charity, right? So there's just it's a really safe place to operate, and with low expectations and opportunity for experimentation. And what's really cool is as we evolved, and our focus was on really decentralized governance at the beginning, but we saw other projects that were working in that space, Colony and Argon and DAOstack and all these other cool people that are making major moves there. But we didn't really see anyone actually making moves in the charity space. And as we progressed, we actually found a lot of community members from the charity space that wanted to use blockchain tech to make the charity space stronger and more transparent, more accountable. And so we became focused more on that side of it, and have become kind of two-headed monster, very happy like Shrek kind of guy, right? And so we have this one side where we have our DApp team that's working on this project that we're going to demo here, that allows you to create your own community and raise funds for that community and practice a decentralized governance structure to allocate those funds for projects that support your community's cause. So you could think of a community to end homelessness in Toronto, and then different delegates would receive funds to support different projects, and the donors could see exactly where their money goes through that. That's kind of our flagship product. But then we have the other side of Giveth that's really focused on supporting open source block explorers and scaling exercises, decentralized nodes. We made a wet application for getting married on the blockchain.
Very cool.
Just things like that, and supporting those projects and helping
things that don't necessarily have a traditional profit model.
Can't really make an ICO for a wedding contract, right? So, but somebody was really passionate about making it, and they were learning Solidity, and we wanted to help them learn Solidity. And so as they advanced their progress to the DApp, we were able to give them probably a couple $1,000 throughout the few months that they did this. And it's not a lot, but it's
enough to get it done.
And I feel like more than the money, it's the support. It's the community. They can come in and talk about their project, and other people can be like, yeah, nice work, and so often these coders are just hanging out in their room,
isolated without a community.
Yeah, they don't get any feedback. No one's really looking at their code or anything. And so we try to help teams help each other and help find contributors, so like we try to team people up so that so the person, maybe this is their project and this is somebody else's project, and they can he'll work a little bit on their project and this guy will work a little bit on their project, and then they can get a fresh perspective on it.
It's a really positive project. How can people learn more?
Definitely Giveth.io, that's our website, and Giveth.io/join. If you come into our Riot channel and just start hanging out, you're always welcome. We do a lot of connecting. There's a lot of grant opportunities from the Ethereum Foundation and Ethereum Community Fund, and we're going to start really making an effort to help these projects write good grant proposals and find the funding they need, because there's a huge issue with tragedy of the commons in this space, and that's one of the big things that Giveth is trying to attack. So if you feel like you have a big infrastructure project or anything that you think is related to making the world a better place with blockchain tech, come to Giveth.io/join, get on our Riot, and let's hang out. And you can message me directly for sure.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you.